Hi, welcome back to Scripture Explorers. I'm James.
I'm Aria.
And I'm Daisy.
And we're the Scripture Explorers.
Oh no!
Don't worry, I'll save you.
Good job.
Yeah, get him! Yay! Way to go!
Oh, what are you playing today, James?
I'm not James. I'm Hercules, the strongest hero.
Oh, you know about Hercules. Do you know about other things from Greek and Roman mythology?
What is that?
Greek and Roman mythology are stories about the gods that the Greeks and Romans believed in.
We've learned a little bit at school.
Did you know that the Greek and Roman gods caused Paul a lot of trouble? Well, that's what we'll talk about today. Let's take a look at our New Testament scroll. Today we'll be looking at stories from Acts 16 through 21. I wish we could talk about all the great things that happened to Paul on his journeys as a missionary, but we'll focus on a few. Paul was teaching people throughout the vast Roman Empire, and also teaching the Greeks. The Greeks and Romans believed in many different gods. They had temples to these gods, they worshipped them, and told many stories about them. They had gods like Mars, the god of war, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, or Diana, the goddess of the hunt, and more. Having all these gods to believe in made it hard for the Romans and Greeks to understand the idea of worshipping only one god, and they also didn't understand the need for Jesus' atonement. This is one of the reasons it was hard for Paul to teach these people. There was a time that Paul and his companion Silas were teaching, and they were thrown in prison and whipped.
Oh, poor Paul.
But in the night, even though they must have been in so much pain, Paul and Silas were singing songs of praise to God. Suddenly the prison walls began to shake, the doors of the cells opened, and the chains fell off of all the prisoners. The keeper woke from his sleep, and when he saw the prison doors open, he panicked. It was his job to guard the prisoners, and he thought they must have escaped. He was thinking he would have to die for losing the prisoners when Paul called out and told him that they had not escaped. The keeper then believed that Paul taught the truth. He asked him, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" Paul told him to believe in Jesus. The keeper had not known what God to believe in, but now he knew. He was converted, and everyone in his house believed. They were all baptized. They no longer believed in false gods, and instead began to believe in the true and living God, and in Jesus Christ.
That's a great story.
There was another time Paul was teaching, this time in Athens, which is in Greece. He taught a powerful sermon there. He had seen an altar that said, "To the unknown God." The people were worshiping idols of false gods, but they were also even worshiping gods that they didn't even know anything about. Paul preached here and taught about the nature of God, our divine potential to become like him, and the resurrection. He also taught that idols should not be worshipped. This made many of the people angry. As he continued to teach in Greece, there were some men who made silver statues of their favorite goddess, Diana. They became angry with Paul because his teachings meant that fewer people would buy their statues. They caused many people to get angry. This made it harder for Paul to teach the people, and shortly after this, he left Athens to teach elsewhere.
Where did Paul go next?
He was headed for Jerusalem, but sadly he was nearing a very difficult time. The Jews had not forgotten about him, and they were still angry. Shortly after arriving in Jerusalem, Paul was arrested. We'll learn what happened to him from there next time.